But joining us right now on the Skype is Deacon Dennis Dorner, all the way from Atlanta. Thank you so much, Deacon, for being with us today.
Good morning.
Dennis. Tell us a little bit about this highly anticipated Atlanta Eucharistic Congress. I know this just gets bigger and bigger every year, and maybe if you could let us know when the dates are and tell us a little bit about it.
Well, great. I'm delighted to share with you that I'm trusting you can hear me.
Yes.
The Congress is on June 5th and 6th this year. We're celebrating the 20th anniversary of our annual Eucharistic Congress. We anticipate somewhere around 30,000 people will be in attendance between Friday evening and Saturday at the closing liturgy. And it's a joy to see that many Catholics in the South, the Bible Belt, coming together in praise and worship and celebration of our Catholic faith and the Blessed Sacrament. And it's all also about vocations.
You know, as you say, Dennis, this is the 20th anniversary. We were looking at some scenes right now of past year's conventions, conferences. It is just an incredible event, and every year the attendance grows. We hope people, by the way, will visit the Catholic TV exhibit, the booth there at the Eucharistic Congress. But I have to ask you, what is it that keeps people returning every year? And actually, what makes the crowd grow every year?
I think, for one thing, that, there's just that attraction of being together with fellow Catholics in community. We get people who come from not just the Atlanta area, but from all over the country. There's a particular family that I run into, it seems like every year, from Cleveland, Ohio, that drive down overnight to get here on Saturdays. Typically, the comment is, it's just so great getting to see people that I don't get to see ordinarily. The enthusiasm, the excitement. Of course, we've got great speakers in multiple languages in the different tracks that we take care of. So even though the format could be essentially similar every year, it's the material that's being presented is always fresh, new, and different, and Jesus is always new. So people are excited by that.
We were taking, as Father Reed said, we were taking a look at some of the previous congresses, and it is a lively weekend. And maybe if you could tell us a little bit about that. You mentioned some of the tracks. What are some of the tracks that people can experience during the Congress?
We have several language-specific tracks. On Friday night, we have a Francophone track that started several years ago that addresses a lot of the people from both Haiti and also a fair number of our African community that's here. On Saturday, there's the English track, of course, which historically was the largest, but the Spanish track has become really the largest crowd at the Congress. There's even an American Sign Language track that we've had for years and years and years, a very large Vietnamese track. And then, of course, we have a track for young kids. We call that Adore. And on Friday night, in addition, we have a young adult track that we call Revive.
You as an Archdiocese, deacons, priests, religious people, you must be just tremendously proud of this event, because it is truly one of the great Catholic get-togethers, moments of prayer throughout the country. And we were talking before the show, I'm jealous that we don't have such an event in Boston, but you said we can, because it has been cloned, if you will, in other dioceses. Can you tell us about some of the other places who have similar Eucharistic congresses?
Several years ago, the Diocese of Charlotte basically had been coming to the Atlanta Congress for several years. They started their own, which has become more and more successful. 3 years ago, the Diocese of St. Augustine in Florida came and spent a couple of days with us, kind of shadowing us throughout the whole program. We share a lot of our plans that we have that go together. There's a very large steering committee, for example, that is responsible for making sure everything gets taken care of. And St. Augustine started theirs. And this year, we've got a group coming in from Raleigh, North Carolina, that are planning on starting a Congress as well.
Now, this is a free event, but people can support it financially and peripherally, of course, as well, because I know it gets bigger and bigger every year. But where can people find out more about info on it and how they can get tickets?
Okay, all the information about the Congress, there actually are no tickets required. Everyone is welcome, and as you say, it is a free event. And all the information about the Congress is available on the Archdiocesan website, which is www.archdiocese.org. archatl.com, and there's a link on the left-hand side as well as a banner in the front that talks about the Congress. And if you go to the website, it'll tell you we're 27 days and exactly how many hours and minutes till it starts.
Dennis, just out of curiosity, when were you ordained?
11 years ago.
11 years ago. What do you think of being a deacon? How has it really changed your life?
In unimaginable ways. It's the greatest after being a dad and a husband. I love what I get to do as a deacon. I love finding the ministry, even here working in the chancery, and as well as in the parish. And it's just great being recognized as that sign of service that we're called to be, as the icon of Christ the servant, is who the deacon's supposed to be. And hopefully we get to do that every day. I certainly do.
Well, thanks so much for being with us, Deacon Dennis, and we encourage everyone to drop by the Eucharistic Congress. It's wonderful, and we've been there several years now, and Catholic TV will be there as well. So thanks so much, Dennis, for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for your support of the Congress. God bless. Happy Easter.
Yeah,
Thank
same to you.
you.
We got to bring Catholic TV to Atlanta.
Okay.
We're coming soon.
Talk to us. All right.
All right. Bye.
Thanks, Dennis.
Bye.